Forensics is a theoretical subject, and most organisations, if you go on a training course, you'll get some really good theory. You might even get to play with some open source tools, but it doesn't teach you actually how to do forensics. We've invested over 10,000 sterling on a mobile forensics lab, and during our course each and every delegate carries out 6 full forensic investigations, right from the hardware through to the forensics report. It's the only offering I know where the investment's been made on the hardware that you're actually going to use. So rather than talking about it, you actually get to do it. Well, forensics is very much like a process or a recipe. What we're trying to do is ascertain the truth of what's actually happened. So what we equip the delegate with is a process that allows us to go through the various possible scenarios of what might have happened and either eliminate them or prove them one at a time. Our whole goal is to make sure we maintain the chain of custody on the evidence, so if it ever needs to be, maybe it won't, but if it ever needs to be, the evidence will be used in a court case. Chain of custody is the requirements that you must have to make sure your evidence in a courtroom is valid. If I go into a courtroom with something as simple as a HR issue, maybe somebody sent an abusive email, Joe Bloggs sent an abusive email to all staff, maybe he was overlooked for a promotion. If we go into a courtroom with the email, if that email is not obtained using the chain of custody in a courtroom, it doesn't exist. You can't refer to it. It's nothing more than hearsay. So if we forensically investigate it and obtain the evidence in the correct way, should Joe ever bring us to court claiming unfair dismissal or victimization or harassment, then that email is valid and we can refer to it and say, look, this is why we disciplined him. Computer forensics is a chain of events, and it's all about getting every link in the chain correct. If you get the first response wrong, you've ruined the rest of the chain. When somebody reports an incident in your business, it's normally your service desk that they go to. If your service desk are not trained and skilled on how to do first response, you've broken the process before you've started. So my idea is to have somebody, one person in your business that knows how to do forensics, that knows the process, that can go and educate your first responders, can educate your second and third line defense, and can provide the internal response. Well, forensics is a very wide field. You can do everything from policy and procedure abuse through to copyright infringement and piracy. But of course you also have hacking, you've got whaling, social engineering, financial fraud. It opens up many more doors than what you might expect. A lot of my forensics people don't work in IT departments, they don't work in cyber teams. A lot of them will work in accounts and audit, looking for forensic information on accounts fraud and financial fraud and embezzlement. So it's a very wide career choice, and it gives you a great range to diversify in the future. Well, the practical elements of our course really are a little bit different. We've invested in this mobile forensics hardware lab where we're going to use hardware write blockers and imagers and the proper NCASE and FTK software packs where we're actually going to do complete forensics. We do it on SCSI disks, IDEs, SATA, iSATA, SDDs, the whole range of different disk drives. What do you get to do? Guaranteed 8 full forensics examinations from hardware right through to forensics report. That's one of the highlights of my week on the forensics course.